This video is presented by the EA Creator Network. Thanks to EA for allowing me to get you guys this early access footage. Everything that's being shown is also a work in progress and subject to change. Alright boys, today we are going to be using cover athlete Alabama and we are going to be taking on pro player Kmac. Now, Alabama has a really good roster, but they do have a couple of question marks at quarterback. It's kind of funny. They actually have 3 quarterbacks at 80 to 82 overall. Now be aware that what you are watching is all subject to change and a work in progress. Now this team is on offense really fast at receiver. They do have a good running back here, 92 speed and Richard Young. They do have Jam Miller too. I just think I'm going to use the slightly faster running back for this game. They've got a great offensive line right here. And then really defensively is that I actually think they're really good defensively in this game. They've got good defensive ends. They've got Tim Keenan at D tackle. Basically just won't be able to be ran on, hopefully, with a player like him. They have a very, very fast linebacking core in this game. And their secondary is just fast too, right? It's just a very fast team within this game. They have Bray Hubbard at safety, one of the better safeties within this game. Now, Kmac is going to be using Arizona State for this game. Let's go ahead and get into it. We are going to be starting out on offense this game, and the big thing about this game is Kmac is actually going to be the home team for this. So yes, I will be playing Stadium Pulse in this video. Now, I really need to get off to a fast start, so Ryan Williams returning this would be big time for us. Sadly, we do just get out to the 19. We are going to be rocking UCLA playbook on offense and then 55 height on defense. Now, I'm still trying to get a feel for what I do like the most on offense, but for this, you are going to majority see bunch in this game. Now, when playing Stadium Pulse, you really want to have simple things that you can call. So I'm just going to start off with a little run play right here. And that's kind of my biggest thing, right? You know, playing Stadium Pulse, it's tough, right? They've made a ton of new updates to Stadium Pulse in this year's game. And you really just have to make sure that you are ready for anything that can happen. Now, Stadium Pulse is to the max right here. We're not even going to be setting up any hot routes on this play. We are just going to be running a standard bunch verticals right here. We are going to have the crossing route right here, just a simple possession catch. What I really hope, as I said, I need to get off to a fast start so we don't deal with too much of the Stadium Pulse throughout the game. And there you go. That's actually really good. You guys can see Stadium Pulse is now down. I needed that. As I said, I want to make sure that I'm able to make all the hot routes I want to, you know, be able to play the type of game I want to here, just to have things be a little bit simpler. And man, we do have a touchdown right there. We do just get shedded and we do get sacked, and Stadium Pulse is instantly back. Now, I don't really think it's actually too crazy right now. Yeah, I'm able to still like make all my hot routes and everything. Oh, there we go. Okay, our first receiver not hearing the call. But yeah, no, I mean, for the most part, actually like very easy to, you know, set up all of our hot routes right there. Not tough at all. We're just gonna throw this little whoop route right here. I probably got a little bit too greedy on first down trying to bomb. All right, we're gonna have Ryan Williams underneath right here. I'm just gonna hit Ryan Williams at a bare minimum, make this 4th and manageable. All right, we are able to set up all of our hot routes right here. We have this tight end on this new return route right here. We should have the post over the middle. Gonna try to possession catch it. It got a little bit bumped right there. I was looking to throw it a little bit sooner. I just didn't have the time for it to clear the zone. All right, and it does look like Kmac is going to run a little bit of trips so far. Now, I actually have seen a decent amount of trips so far in this year's game. You know, I think trips is a very, very good formation within this year's game. He's going to motion the running back out and then back in and hit him on a little bit of a flat route. Good tackles by us. Looks like he's using a little bit of an auto motion here, which he is. Nothing really open. He's going to take his check down right there. Just come up, make a tackle. He's going to have his corner route. Ooh, I don't know if he got his foot in bounds. I'm almost tempted to challenge it. We're getting a second look right here. I think he kept his foot in bounds. I don't think I want to challenge this. Yeah, he definitely got his foot in bounds. Verticals by him. Good pressure by us. Looks like he's going to look for a deep dig right there. No, he does end up just taking the drag. Good wrap up. Gonna look to try to send a little bit of pressure here, boys. Feel like I haven't really got that close to the quarterback so far via pressure. We did get one shed. Right there, really good play by him. We do send the pressure and he does just take the easy check down. Good pressure, good sack, boys. Good switches by us, and man, we were there I think it was a defensive lineman that was in coverage, so I can't be, you know, too upset or anything at that not being a pick, but really good defense by us. All right, so we do have our zone drops on right now. We did go to coaching adjustments. We threw our zone drops on super far back. That was the goal, right? I'm totally fine with him picking up like 12 yards right there. Really, all I wanted to do is just get him to a 4th down because I do think he will kick here. So he is going to end up kicking right here, 4th and 11. He did actually end up taking a false start. He came out as if he was going to go for it. I think he probably just didn't like the look that he did have, but that's a really, really big hold for us, you know. Stadium pulse is something that I need to try to negate as much as possible. To go down 7-0 early and not get ball at half, as I said, it would have been tough for us, so for us to get that stop is big time. So 1st down on offense, and I'm actually just going to force feed the ball to Ryan Williams right here. He cannot be open, and that's okay with me. Ryan Williams, cover athlete up top, big play, touchdown. I could not ask for any more on that drive. 1 play, touchdown, cannot draw it up any better. And now up 7-3, right? You know, winning the red zone battle is such a big part of every one of these games. So as long as I'm able to win the red zone battle in this game, we'll be in a really good spot. Now, that being said, I really don't want to give up big 30-yard gains like that. Now, one thing about Arizona State, I actually do know, Kmac did go there for college. I didn't realize like how good Arizona State was in this game. Like Arizona State, man, they are really good. And look, I know they were a top 8 team last year. They made the quarterfinals before losing to Texas. I didn't realize that they were retaining as much as the roster that they were for this year. Looking to send a little bit of pressure right here. He really likes these whip routes, is what I'm noticing. Big fan of these whip routes. Able to have a good switch stick and play good defense. All right, boys, we did get a stop on 3rd down. He did run a little bit of inside zone. We did just blow it up. Now on 4th down, hoping I can just find a way to get off the field, get another stop here. Don't exactly know what he's going to go to. We are in a man alignment right here. He does motion out his running back, which is something people really like to do whenever they see man in trips. We are going to be sending a lot of pressure. You guys can see the adjustments on the field. A lot of pressure coming this play. We're going to try to switch stick here. Oh man, our player was running full speed the other way. I couldn't click off of him too soon because I would have just given up the other play. Kmac, great patience in the pocket, hits a read, gets a first. It's like a little bit of verticals action right here. He's going to throw this to the back of the end zone. Good knockout by us. So it does look like he's setting up a little bit of protection here, which surprises me because I feel like he's done a really good job at just blocking so far. But we are able to dial up some pressure and get the sack. For those of you that are wondering what I am running in defense in this game, it's nickel 2-4 load mug. It's a new formation in this year's game. It just looked cool. You know, I'm actually like a very big person whenever I first get a game. I just try to pick a formation off of just like the vibe I get from it. You guys can kind of see some of the plays from it. We're in that 3-3-5 type playbook on defense. I just kind of like the alignment of it. It's got a really good alignment. It's got some good match plays in here too. You've got some like soft D-line stunts right here. Linebacker DN twist 3. It's covered by my camera right now, but just a really good stunt in this game too. All right, 4th and 13 right here. He is going to be motioning out. Interesting. Typically, people only do this in trips when they see man, so I'm curious to see if he has something. And yeah, you know what I had? So I had a deep half on the right side of the field, and that streak from the running back just completely cleared out the streak for the tight end there. Great dot by him. Probably should not have been that aggressive there, especially on a 4th down. I felt like we were playing good coverage defense too. Probably should have just stuck to coverage right there. Right there, he does have that head first platinum ability, and I really do think that ability is very good in the red zone just because you can pick up some pretty tough yards with it. You know, right there, he doesn't score. There are 3 people there to make a tackle, but I have seen head first platinum do some crazy things in this game. All right, fullback dive. Okay, and we're there. We're going to blow that one up. We'll take a timeout, save a little bit of time for us here. So he's going to go back to this I form tight. That's what he's in currently, is this I form tight. I would be anticipating some type of stretch here. No, it's a play action. I feel like nothing's open, and there it is. Bray Hubbard, one of the best safeties in the game, able to get a huge goal line pick for us. So I came back in a little bit of just send 4 right here. We had the tight end there. We're just going to take off, though. I did have to scramble. I was a little bit worried about the switch stick there on that side of the field. Just take my scramble, pick up the easy yards. All right, Stadium Pulse is off currently, too. We're just going to take our underneath drag. Great catch there. Good defense. We're going to have Ryan Williams late. Please no pick. We were going to have Ryan Williams late right there. I was trying to just hold on the ball to let him clear there. Ooh, good blitz by him. Looking for our deep in route, but a great blitz by him. Stadium Pulse is also to the max here. Gotta be worried about him sending a blitz here, especially after that last blitz he sent. He actually got really, really good pressure there. We're gonna be looking for the corner route on the right here. Yeah, just nothing. I mean, just nothing really open. We just gotta throw something, and just honestly, great defense by him. All right, minute 4 left in this game. I think he has the outside fade. Thankfully for us, he's just gonna take our drag. Good switches by us, able to get great interior pressure, make him throw it away. Gonna be manning up the running back. I feel like I've typically noticed his running back is somebody he always wants to hit. Typically never leaves him into block 2. He's always on like some form of route, whether it's a flat or a streak route. Right here, great defense by us. We do send our spy, which happened to be the guy manned up on the running back. Thankfully for us, though, we were able to get pressure from someone else. We're going to be running a little bit of a stunt here. We are going to be sending 5 again. You know, I do like to be slightly more aggressive on these 4th downs. Hopefully we are able to get the stunt pressure. We're not. Are we going to get the SWAT? We try to switch straight back to it. Sadly for us, we aren't able to, and he's able to get 7. All right, one thing I did notice is he did a really good job at taking away our corner route there. That's another one. I want to launch that one, but I think it's one of those that's a little bit just too scary too. Just gonna take our underneath route right here. Hopefully pick up the first. Gonna be 3rd and inches the second time out. Again, we'll do the same thing. You know, he wants to play a little bit more prevent here. He probably doesn't want to give up the big play. I'm willing just to take my checkdowns like that. I'm going to do the same thing. If he's willing to give me the check down, I'm not afraid to throw. I'll keep taking my check down, you know. We're able to get, again, like another big play right there and get out of bounds too. Right, we're going to playmaker Ryan Williams, and come on, we're going to cut to the right here. Oh, I just need a little bit better cut there, kid. So while we are spiking right here, just to save a little bit more time, I do want to mention that playmakering has changed this year. So playmakering this year, you have to be actually holding down left trigger to playmaker. So new thing in this year's game, because when you're behind the line of scrimmage, if you're actually holding right trigger, essentially what's going to happen then is that you're going to be able to juke with your quarterback. So that's a new thing in this year's game. That's how I was able to playmaker. Now we are going to be looking for a little bit of a base call. He plays great defense. You know, honestly, I was kind of hoping that he would get down a little bit sooner. We'll just take our 3 right here, make it 10-10 and a half. Okay, so I said we're going to make it 10-10 and a half, and then I saw this kick meter. And I don't know if we're going to make this 10-10 and a half. I've not had a great amount of success with these kicks, and yeah, boys, never mind. We're not going to make it 10-10 and a half. It's going to be 10-7, boys. If you guys have watched any of my CFB25 dynasties, you guys will know I do not know how to make those short kicks. All right, well, a little bit unfortunate end to half. We have a great drive, you know. Probably shouldn't have ran on that first down. And we ended up missing a chip shot field goal. I'm telling you guys, Stadium Pulse and me when it comes to kicking, that's the one thing I cannot figure out. Ooh, late read by him. Thought there was a chance we got out there. We're going to shade underneath right here. Just going to try to take away any of the drags he's like throwing. You know what's interesting is he hasn't really tried to hit us over the top so far. I feel like he hasn't really had any like success with any like really big plays. It's really been like that like 0 to like 10 area that he's just attacked so well throughout this game, and we're able to get some more good pressure right there. 4th sack of the game for us. Let's hopefully get off the field here. All right, and one thing I do know about Kmac, he loves quick hiking in these situations. And what I mean by that, he likes just hiking the ball fast. And as you guys can see, he does hike the ball fast here again. He's gonna take his underneath route, rally, tackle battle, keep him short. Okay, thank goodness, boys, good stuff. All right, and on offense now, plus side of the field at the 34. Ah, man, I really want, man, the match, I mean, they did so many updates to match. I'm not like used to actually playing like a ton of match in these games. So what I'm actually going to do right here, I'm going to motion over my running back onto the other side. This is going to create a 4x1. And when you create actually a 4x1, match isn't anywhere near as effective, but it doesn't really change the pass rush that he is getting. All right, boys, we did take a delay of game right there. I was trying to hot route. Stadium Pulse is, as you guys can see, it is to the max currently. Thankfully, this time we are going to be able to get our hot routes off. Now, we are just going to take our check down right here. Actually gonna miss it right there. And that actually puts us in a really tough 4th and 15 right here. All right, 4th and 15, we do actually have all of my hot routes set up here. Hopefully we'll be able to find a dot. We're gonna be looking for Ryan Williams up top. And Ryan Williams bails us out, boys. Go gritty on Kmac. Good stuff, kid. All right, back on defense, up 14-10 right now. Actually, a pretty defensive game between the two of us right now. Now, I've played a couple of games, too. I really haven't seen... Oh, Pickett. Good pick, boys. Good stuff. Let's go take a two-score lead here. All right, got to click on some red zone dots right here. Good defense by him. We're going to take off. Just no fumbles. Good stuff. All right, boys. Kmac is going to be in 5-2 here. So a formation that he really likes here. And we're going to go to a little bit of a quarterback power ourselves. Now, I don't exactly know how good this is going to be. But we're going to try it. We're going to try to get out to the left right here. We're just not able to hold that block there. All right, we're cooking up one of our baby dots right here. Kmac's sitting in that 5-2 defense, as I said. One of the staples of defense he runs. We're going to find Ryan Williams to the back of the end zone. I believe he has all 3 touchdowns for us. He really just is going off this game. Back on defense, and I've actually really liked the way we played defense this game. We have played really good defense. Now, again, going to verticals right here, he's going to take his underneath route. And again, I'm honestly fine with this. You know, if he's just wanting to take his underneath routes, I'm okay with that. I really just can't give up the big play on this drive. Ooh, good quick hike by him. He's going to be looking for this corner route. Thought my switch might be able to get there. He had a really good pass lead, though. He let it a little bit up, kind of away from where my user was. I don't want to switch it onto a deep blue that play. If I switch it onto a deep blue that play, I just didn't think I was going to be able to have the streak taken away. He goes a little bit of a quick hike again right here, and this drive has definitely been his best drive so far. Good switch stick by us. Oh, we're not able to get it though. Perfect switch stick by us. We're able to get into position right there. Sadly for us, we weren't able to come down with it though. Gonna be manning up his running back here. Oh man, I thought he was gonna throw something else. Great pocket by Kmac. I was on that with my switch stick. I came down a little bit too far. He's able to hit his receiver at the back of the end zone. And he is going to go for 2, trying to cut it to a 3-point game right here. I'm personally a big fan of this. I know a lot of people say wait to go for 2. You know, you should wait till the fourth quarter to go for 2. I honestly think you should always go for 2 as soon as you have the opportunity to. So I do agree with this decision for Kmac to go for it. Nothing really open. Good defense by us. Honestly, worst 2-point call I've ever seen. You should always kick your field goal there. I don't know why anyone would ever go for 2 there. All right, 2nd and 10 here. We didn't have anything on first down. All right, looks like all of our hot routes are set up right here. He's going to be setting pressure. We're just going to throw a quick read right there. Actually able to break a tackle too. Wow, I thought we were actually about to have a crazy big play there. All right, we're going to have Ryan Williams on the comeback. I will say, I don't know how many catches this guy has. Okay, so what? He had 3 touchdowns on the day and 6 catches. I actually thought that might be his first reception of this game that wasn't a touchdown. All right, we are going to have the tight end corner, but man, these 4-man sheds are really coming home right now. We're going to be sending more pressure here. We're going to, again, just hit Ryan Williams on this underneath route. Really good catch by him, and we'll take this to the 4th, boys. All right, 3rd and 3, trying to just get all my hot routes off. Thankfully for us, we were able to. And right here, I accidentally chewed clock. I had 0 intentions of chewing clock, by the way. I just chewed clock at the end of the last half right there. Thankfully for us, we were just able to scramble up the middle, because I don't think I really had anything else on that play. Going to give us our check down again. And again, playing against like someone like Kmac, you always got to make sure you're taking your check downs, get down to the red zone. Got to make sure I at least get 3 here. The way I look at it, right, is if I at least get 3, worst case scenario, my next drive is going to be a money drive, right? If he does end up somehow getting 8 points. But at the same time, on the flip side, if I am able to get 7 right here, I do kind of feel like I put this game away. Oh. Going to be looking for this running back wheel out of the backfield here. You're going to be playmakering. Oh my gosh. We are able to take off right there. Get out of bounds. Now, you guys don't understand how badly I wanted just to try to score right there. It would honestly be a big failure, especially at the spot I'm in. Going to run a little bit of a halfback stretch right there. Get a little bit closer to the end zone. So Kmac is going to be running this goal line defense. So I'm just picking an edge run right here. Goal is just to get to the edge right here. Could not draw it up any better. Able to go up, hopefully 28-16. You know, I always like assume the extra point, right? Assume like the chip shot field goal. I'm never gonna assume this anymore. Please just make the kick. If you guys like, truthfully, if you guys have any tips from me for once about how to make these field goals, let me know, because I need to make these field goals so much more frequently than what I do. All right, on defense here, he does only have 2 timeouts left too. He did spend a timeout in the first half. I got to make sure I don't give up this touchdown. We did switch stick back to it, and we're able to get the pick. Great pick right there. All right, and for us, Stadium Pulse is not having my controller vibrate like insane. So W for us, boys. Now, I would say he's playing a lot of match. And this match has actually been super effective for him. Now, right there, I think I found something, boys. I was kind of noticing something that he was doing, and we do find a really good route. That's a speed out, by the way. That's Ryan Williams on the speed out. He was able to fry and get wide open. My corner route, not as open. Speed out did just fry right there. Ryan Williams up to 8 catches, 231 yards for 3 tuds. A little bit of pressure again here from Kmac. He's going to actually try to switch stick it. I changed my timing how I threw that. Instead of throwing it early, I just threw it a little bit late, able to throw a dot right there. All right, boys, we're going to try to get Ryan Williams a rush play here. We're running a little bit of a reverse. Get to the edge, kid. Come on, kid. Man, if we're just able to hold that block on the outside, I do really think I scored. All right, he's in this goal line defense. We should have the dot at the back of the end zone, able to throw a missile, go up 3 scores right here. And this was a great game by us. You know, first real game playing against Stadium Pulse. It does look like they are booth reviewing it here. Let me just double check. That might have been a timeout from him. I'm not 100% sure. No, it was a booth review. They're saying we did get our feet in bounds. But yeah, we were able to eventually get control of this game, play a really good game against Kmac. We did put up 35 in a road stadium situation. I'm actually pretty pleased with this offensive performance. All right, looking to send a little bit of edge pressure right here. He is going to be running verticals, and that's not what we can have happen, but we are able to get an incompletion there. All right, we cannot give up that big of a play, boys. He actually easily could have had a touchdown right there. I cannot give up that big of a play. Good defense by us. We're actually running a little bit of match ourselves, able to get pressure, force an incompletion. Ooh, he's got the drag wide. Oh, wow. He had the drag wide open. He was not having his eyes on the drag, though. Throws a missile over the middle. Looks like another just verticals right here. See where they're going to have this? Wow, he's actually able to pass it. Well, they passed that down a little bit. I did not think he had that, but he's able to find a window right there. Great pass lead by him. I thought my match was going to play that a little bit better. Ooh, thought he was going to have a speed out there. You know, he did a really good job just waiting for me to switch stick. I ended up switching onto the wrong guy. He just hits the guy that, you know, was supposed to be covered, but I did have the switch stick just take him out of position. Now, I do want to make sure I watch out for the RPO. Actually, no RPO here. Watch out for the sideline. I think he was in bounds, boys. All right, booth review, boys. He didn't even challenge us. The booth did review it. I think this is in bounds. Yeah, I was going to say, that looked pretty clear and obvious to me that that one was in bounds. Onside kick time, and please, nothing funny, boys. Just nothing funny. Good. Get down. No fumbles. Good stuff, boys. We're trying a little bit of a halfback sweep here. Not really a run that I've tried a ton so far in this game, but it does actually look really good. Able to get a first down right there. Basically put this game on ice. 1st and 10 here. We are actually going to be passing the ball right here. See what Kmac does. Oh, okay. So Kmac's not going to be used doing anything. We're just going to go ahead and take the sack right here. We're not going to run up the score or anything like that. GG's to Kmac, though. Let's go ahead and show you guys the stats. Ryan Williams, I think, had almost 300 total yards, if not more, in this game. Looking at the stats, boys, we passed for 381 yards. I'm curious to see how much of Ryan Williams that made up of. Yeah, 231 yards for Ryan Williams. I think he did technically lose a yard on a rush. No, he just didn't. He just didn't gain a yard on a rush. Let me see how many kick return yards he had. He had 90. So yes, over 300 total purpose yards for him. First time using Bama this year too. Actually, quarterback play played a lot better than what I thought they were. Ty Simpson for me, he hooped for me. He's just the highest overall, so I decided to use him. I don't exactly know what's going to happen in this Alabama quarterback battle. And defensively, we played a really good game. You know, we did have 3 picks this game. Bray Hubbard was able to get one at the red zone. Probably, again, one of the best safeties. Not even probably, just one of the best safeties in this game. But boys, I appreciate you guys all a ton for watching. I'm glad I'm able to get you guys this high-level comp gameplay early on in the year. If you guys like these videos, make sure you guys just like and subscribe. Comment any questions you do have about CFB26. I'll see you all, boys, next time.